Many times you're going to want to add a background music to your PowerPoint presentation, especially if it's a self-running presentation and you're not going to be around to actually give the presentation. So one thing that there's different ways that you can do this. If you want to have a background music that is going on the entire time the presentation is displaying from beginning to end, then you can use slide transitions to add a sound. And let's make sure that slide transition is selected in the task pane, and then under modified transition there's a sound drop down, and we can choose any one of our sounds, like other sound right here. And I happen to have the Mission Impossible 2 theme song that I can embed in here. So the one thing that I want to maybe always do is loop until the next sound. And what that means is, if there's no other sounds going on, then throughout the presentation, like narration or anything, then this WAV file will just continuously loop from beginning to end until when the presentation is done. Then the music stops. So that is one of the easiest ways to do it. However, then there's going to come a time also when you're going to want to have only certain slides, or the first 3 slides or 4 slides have a sound on them, and then maybe nothing for the rest, because maybe this is a presentation that the first couple of slides is music and some pictures, and then you're going to go into the actual presentation, and you're going to be speaking and connecting with the audience. So the way to handle that is not through transition. So I'm going to actually remove the transitions here, and we're going to do it through animation. So I'm going to switch to custom animation in the task pane, and I'm going to now go up to the insert menu, and I'll say movies and sounds, and I'm going to say sound from file, and again I will locate my WAV file. And do I want the sound to start in the slideshow? I want to have it start automatically, and it's on the first slide. Now let's go ahead and we're going to set up the properties of this. First of all, I'm going to right click on this little sound icon and say edit sound object, and I want it to loop until it's stopped. And we also want to hide the sound icon during the slideshow, so it's not people don't see this yellow speaker right here. So I'm gonna click on that and say OK. Now I'm going to click on the drop down arrow right here, and I'm going to go to Effect Options, and I'm going to start playing from the beginning, but then I want it to stop playing after the 4th slide. And it's going to loop between the 1st and the 4th slide. And I'm going to say that starting on the 5th slide is where I'm going to start talking and interacting with the audience. So this way I'm able to have music and background music going on, kind of as a mini pre-presentation show before you actually start doing the presentation meeting. So that's a way to actually do it. I would click OK, and then of course I would play the slideshow just to make sure that everything is as it needs to be. So those are 2 ways that you can add background music to your presentations. You can add the background music as a slide transition from beginning to end if there's no other sounds going on. Or if you want to have just some slides, maybe the first couple slides, you would use custom animation to add the sound to that. And you would never do a combination of the 2, because the 2 soundtracks will kind of fight over each other. And this is the way that it will work best for your presentation.